Today, I have the absolute honor of sitting down with a living legend, a trailblazer in Washington, D.C.'s Black business and cultural history, Mrs. Virginia Ali, co-founder of the iconic Ben's Chili Bowl. Since 1958, Ben's has been more than just a restaurant. It's been a safe haven during the civil rights movement, a meeting ground for activists and artists alike, and a cultural landmark known across the country. Mrs. Nali has not only kept the doors open through decades of change on U Street, but she's done so with grace, strength, and a deep commitment to community. Whether you've tasted the chili half smoke or just passed by the mural, Ben's is part of the DC fabric, and so is the woman behind it. I can't wait for you to hear her reflections on legacy, love, and the power of your community. Let's talk about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those that don't know, how did you get started with Ben's Chili Bowl? If you could just tell us briefly.
Okay, well, I worked at Industrial Bank.
Industrial Bank.
I worked at Industrial Bank, our own bank, as you know, back in about 1955, 53, 54, 55. And while I was there, I still in college. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life exactly. Did I want to be a teacher? Did I want to be in the office with the same people? And then I realized as a commercial teller, when I'm interacting with a different personality every few minutes, I was in love with that.
Okay.
I just so enjoyed people.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, wow, what am I going to do? Am I going to work at the bank the rest of my life? Well, I don't know, months later, but this gentleman comes into the bank one day. I serve him. He
A
comes
handsome
back
gentleman?
the next day, I serve him again.
Uh-huh.
Comes in back on the third day, and I noticed the other girls were not busy. But he waited for me to serve him. I did, and he slipped a little note to me.
Oh.
Okay, so the note said, please call me, put a phone number, and signed it Ben Alley. Well, of course, back in those days, a lady couldn't be so forward as to call a man she didn't know.
Right.
So I thought he was very attractive,
Oh.
but I would definitely not going to call him.
I know that's right.
Okay.
He needs to call you.
Exactly. So he called when the bank closed. About 2:30, he called, and the secretary answers the phone and yells, Virginia, telephone. I go over to the phone, hello. He goes, hi, it's Ben Allen. Why didn't you call me?
Oh.
And I go, I don't know you, sir.
Thank you. He's a stranger.
I don't know you, sir. He goes, well, what would you like to know? And before I could respond, he started to tell me about himself. That he'd come from Trinidad. He had matriculated at the University of Nebraska at one time. Then he came to Washington to attend Howard University Dental School. Well, that rang a bell with me, and I'm saying, Howard's Dental School? He said, yes, but I'm not there now. I said, well, do you know Dr. Joe Henry? Do you know Dr. Basil King? I named 4 people.
Did
He
he
said,
know
of
him?
course I do. I know them all. And one's my good friend. I said, oh, I'm thinking now we know the same people. It's safe enough for me to give him my home phone number.
Okay.
So I gave him my home phone number. He called that evening and invited me out to dinner. And I suggested that he have one of those people that we knew together to accompany him to my home and meet the family.
Oh.
He brought Dr. Basil Keene, who was from Jamaica at the time. Okay, so we made a date for the weekend. We dated for probably a year, a little bit more than a year, and I was madly in love with him. Talked about opening a little restaurant. Would I be willing to partner with him in a little restaurant?
Oh.
And all I could think about was, I don't really know the restaurant business, but more people for me to enjoy.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's what this has come to be.
Okay.
people for me to enjoy.
Yes.
So now we decided, okay, we're married, we're going to marry it, and we're going to open a restaurant. And where are we going to put this restaurant? Where?
Yeah.
It's very important to have a good location.
Exactly.
Well,
What makes U Street the perfect location for Ben's Chili Bowl?
it was called Black Broadway. It was our entertainment center during the days of segregation. So we're walking around in this particular evening, and we walked in front of this building, and there was a gentleman standing outside. And I said, "Excuse me, we're interested in finding a little spot to open a little restaurant. Do you know of anything available in the community?" He said, "Well, why don't you have a look at my spot?" Oh,
Just
okay.
crazy.
We came in. This was an old silent movie theater building.
Yeah, I read that.
See that?
That
That's
picture
it.
right there, that's it?
That's it.
Wow.
Called the Minnehaha. But because a new theater had opened right across the alley,
Yeah.
a new theater called the Lincoln Theater, then this old, and that's a state-of-the-art movie house now. This one was a silent movie. So when we got that, we talked to him about that, and it was agreeable, and we had a meeting a couple of days later, and my husband went to a bookstore and got the form to lease a property or to buy a property.
Did you buy it?
No agent. No, we didn't buy it. We didn't have any money. We hadn't even opened it yet. So we brought back that form, and we agreed on a price with the owner, and we just signed it, and he signed it, and we went to the bank, borrowed the money, and paid him, and we paid the bank during the period of time, over a few years. We leased it for 20 years, for 20 years before we were able to buy it, because first of all, they didn't want to sell it.
Didn't want to sell it because of...
No, he was the first black detective in Washington that owned the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, first black detective, yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to sell it, and then later. We need a quiet zone up there. Then we had the air deltas. But we found it, and we were able to get it started right away. I had worked at the bank long enough to know pretty much about the community. So I knew that this community was such a proud one.
Proud community,
and had
yes.
everything. We had our own hospital. We had our own everything. So then I know which architect I would like to call, because I've served a bunch of them at the bank.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew the contractors, and I knew the plumbers and the electricians, because they banked at Industrial Bank.
Yes.
And I got to know them. You get to know their reputation from the people. So we were able to select them, and they were in the neighborhood, a part of it. You know, we had more than 250 black-owned businesses in this community at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, so we called them, and they came, and they took care of everything. And when they did, and we opened, they stayed with us until they retired, all 5 of them.
Wow.
You know how easy that was?
Yeah.
And that plumber, you could call him at 2 o'clock in the morning.
And he's there.
Get out of bed and come. Get out of bed and come. And he was only a couple of blocks away anyway. But that's the kind of service we had.
Yes.
And we had these people that wanted to please the customer. What happened to that? But yeah, so that's how we were able to get it started. And we knew we wanted to be a part of the community.
Yes.
So I love people, so that wasn't hard to do at all. And we were able to make friends with the community. We were here 7 days a week, from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. every day.
Yeah, the late night spot, yeah.
My husband and I were married 10 years before we had a whole week's vacation together.
10 years before you had a vacation?
No, we had a whole week vacation
together. Vacation together.
He took a vacation, and I stayed to take care of this, and I took a vacation, and he stayed to take care of it. We
Wow.
wanted to be sure that we're getting it off to a good start.
What lessons did you and Ben learn together as like business owners and partners that still guide you and make the business so successful today?
Well, you know, I tell all the young people today that find something that you're passionate about.
Okay.
If you find something to do that you're passionate about, it's not really work.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you find that passion, and my passion is people, right? He was a very good business person. He really was. So we made a good team. Eventually, I thought, I promised me, oh, you're going to be the cashier. Oh, yeah, right. You do everything, which I didn't have a problem with. But
Yes.
eventually, I took care of the daytime, he took care of the evening. So when we began to have children, he would work at night, come home at 4 o'clock in the morning and sleep half the day, but he's in the home.
Yes.
So the babysitter's in the home.
With them. Yeah.
And I'm down here.
Okay.
Yeah. So it all worked out very well. We made a good team. And I miss him to this day.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Where did the inspiration come for a chili restaurant in particular? Was that his favorite, your favorite?
Well, Ben had worked his way through college by working in restaurants. You know, the Trinidad currency, even today, probably takes 6 US Trinidad dollars to go 1 US. So his parents were trying to support him, but he needed more, so he worked his way through college in restaurants. And he began to pick up little tips and things, and decided that he had this special chili sauce that would make everything taste wonderful.
Yeah.
And that's how we got started with the chili dog. And then this hash smoke comes along, and it's a breakfast sausage. And we thought, put that in a nice steamed bun, and that'll be great with mustard, onions, and chili as well.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
then later on, we added other items to the menu, but it was a very simple menu. And inventory was well done. You know, as I said, he was the business person.
Yeah.
I was the personality.
Yes.
And I taught him, and he taught me.
Yes. Yin and yang. I love it.
Yeah, I remember
Vince?
once we had somebody making signs for us. There was a shop in the back, an artist back there that does signs, and he became big with the universities with art. He would go and talk to Ben, and Ben would tell him when he needed, and he'd come out to me and he'd say, I feel like I've been in a cage with a lion.
Oh.
So I got self and all that for him. But Ben was demanding when he knew what it was right, you know, and he also knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Ben's Chili Bowl has stood through so many historical moments. I had read about the 1968 riots, and you all kept your doors open through all of that. What does it mean to be such a staple in the community that survived these historical moments?
You know, I'm in awe of it, actually, because I don't feel like I've done anything exceptional. But I was here during the Civil Rights Movement. I was here to sit with Dr. Martin Luther King on several occasions in 1963 when he was planning his march.
Yes.
And then Ben and I went to the march on August the 28th, 1963. And we had a wonderful time, came away inspired, know that change is going to come. When he finally made that I Have a Dream speech, and we did. The Civil Rights Bill was passed and burned next year.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then 5 years later, he was assassinated. And when that happened, this community was so sad.
Yes.
So very, very sad.
Of course.
And so upset. We were the only place that was asked to remain open during 3 nights of curfew.
Yeah. So you were asked by the city?
all I know, all I remember was that the commander of the 13th precinct then, which was right down on your street, called me that afternoon and said, Mrs. Alley, we have passes for your team to come to work tonight. That's after the curfew had been announced. Everybody got to close up. So I called him some years later, years and years later. I called him and said, I need you to tell me who made that decision. And he just said, I don't really remember. So I don't know. Now I can tell you who told me he did it. Stokely Carmack. Stokely Carmack had a SNCC office right across the street. A SNCC. He was chair of the SNCC office right across the street. He was in and out of here all day. And he would say to me, see that car over there? That's the police. That's the FBI. They're watching me. But he told me, he said, you guys are going to stay open. And I said, are you sure? Now, I don't know who made that decision at all, but we were the only one open.
You're the only
three
one.
nights of curfew.
In addition to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I think I read that Malcolm X has also come through the doors. Through these doors, you've had
Well, we had so many
activists.
people.
Yeah, so many.
So many activists.
What do you think made people keep coming back to Ben's in particular?
Oh, so many people continue to come back, absolutely. And I was here to receive the first African American president that I never, ever, ever thought I would see happen in my lifetime.
Yes.
Not in my lifetime.
Yes. How was that?
Oh my goodness. It was amazing, but like Dr. King, he's a low-key, down-to-earth individual that can fit in and be comfortable in any place.
Any environment.
Right,
yes.
Exactly. And they know what they're doing, and they're good at that, and they're very impressive. You see the confidence, you know both of them wanted to really help people. I know Dr. King wanted to help everybody, and not just the black people, but poor people too. And it just was wonderful to have them here.
Yeah, so exciting. I remember seeing or reading about that back, I think it was it 2009 when he came to Ben's? Around that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was soon after he
Obama
was
was here about a little over a year ago.
Oh, he came back recently?
But maybe a year and a half. I can't remember exactly. What I do remember was...
Even Barack comes back.
What I do remember was that we had to close that day.
Oh, for him.
Now, before that, you didn't have to do that. But obviously, the news media or whomever had him come in to do that interview wanted to do it that way. So, no problem.
Yeah.
We love the man.
Anything for Barack.
There you go. Exactly.
What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs, people of color, about starting their own business, but also building something that lasts the way that Ben's has?
Well, the reason, as I said before, first of all, find something that you're passionate about.
Passion.
Please, and then prepare yourself.
Okay.
Whatever that is, if you want to be an engineer, you want to specialize, you got to do the work and prepare yourself. You got to keep the credit line straight, right?
Yeah.
All these things, you got to have. Yeah, you got to be sincere, and you got to have character. You got to know who you are, and you don't give up. But integrity is vital. It's vital.
Yeah.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Agree.
Right? And then when you get that passion together, then you don't give up. You just
stick with it.
Don't give up.
Stick with it.
Be confident. You know you're doing what you enjoy doing, but you also know you're doing something that's important enough to mean something to people. You know?
Yeah. I also read that during the construction of the Green Line metro station, I think in about 1991, that had a severe impact on all of the businesses nearby on U Street. Yeah. And at one point, you weren't even sure that you all were going to be able to remain open. I think you were making as little as $100 a day.
You know, the thing was, they promised us once the riots took place, the area became a ghetto, and the heroin moved in, and crack cocaine moved in, and it became a bigger ghetto. But as I said, they're people too. You treat people the way you want to be treated. But what happened was then, it was, it was really difficult when they kept promising to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Marion Barry put that building up at 14th and U.
Mm-hmm.
That brought about 800 employees up there. And we put a little store in that building for a while. But more importantly, when they did the survey around here, they found that only 3 businesses in the immediate vicinity had held on. Industrial Bank,
Okay.
Lee's Flower Shop,
Lee's Flower Shop. Okay.
and Ben's Chili
And
Bowl.
Ben's Chili Bowl. Yes.
Okay. Now, that was not enough businesses to support keeping 1 lane of traffic out there. Just, how can we preserve 1 lane of traffic while we're trying to build this thing?
Yeah.
With only 3 little businesses here.
Right.
So, what did they do? They dug 65 feet down, put a big old wire, we call it chicken wire fence.
Okay.
So that we don't fall in. But the construction company, we have a meeting in here from time to time, and I would attend the meeting. And I remember one day saying to them, well, if you're not going to have any car coming down here, then you're going to have to make me some signs. So I can tell people how they can get here.
Yeah.
I said, and I want metal signs, white with red writing that said, this way to Bend.
This way to Bend.
Then I want the arrow. And I want the arrow. And
Make it clear.
I want you to come, so you can come down V Street behind us. And then you can come into the alley. And then get there that way. And the manager said, okay, we try to do that. And somebody spoke up from the company and said, well, if we do that for her, we'll have to do it for everybody all over the city. The guy said, the squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Oh, yes, yes.
So they built those signs for me.
Yeah.
And then, and one little lady that I had hired many years ago, and she was about 17 years old, got her back through her high school and everything, and she stayed with me 45 years. She was the one that stayed with me during those days of construction, and we had to go home in the sunset. There were no street lights for a long time.
Oh, wow.
So, just the 2 of us were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were able to survive, you know. Fortunately, we're not a full-service place. We had things that we could cook to order.
Okay.
That helped.
And this location is undergoing renovations beginning, I believe, on the 14th on Monday, correct? This building will be doing some renovations?
Yeah, we're going to start. We're closing up on Monday night.
Closing on Monday.
And we're moving across the street on Thursday.
Okay, so across the street is like a pop-up location.
Pop-up.
But the Arlington location, the other location in D.C.,
well, we still have
those will still be open.
We don't have the Arlington now because we got rid of that during COVID.
Okay.
But the one that we're going to depend on, aside from the pop-up, is going to be 10th and H.
Okay.
Well, it's big enough to hold. You see, this room was built to take care of the tourists. You know, 7th graders all over this country have been coming to Washington for years.
Yes, yes.
7th grade. So they still do.
They still come
and
to
now
Bend.
High school kids come, and college school kids, and people from Europe, and people from everywhere. So, but they call and make a reservation. Now we can tell them, but the original store is not open, but you're welcome to come to 10th and H Northeast, and that's where we hope to be able to serve especially the large groups. But everybody's welcome there, of course.
Yes. What about Ben's Next Door? Will that remain open during renovations?
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
Ben's Next Door will still
totally
be open.
Different thing, yeah.
That's one of my favorites. I've been to open mic nights.
Although we do share the same wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love going to Ben's Next Door for like
share
events.
The same wall. You can open
right
that
there.
door and you're right there.
You're right in there. Let's see. If you could be remembered for one thing, not just a businesswoman, but as Mrs. Virginia Ali, what would you want that to be?
That I've helped somebody along the way, that's all.
Yeah.
And my dad used to say, I've not lived my life in vain if I've helped somebody along the way.
That's beautiful. I love that. And for my last question, this will be a fun one. What is your favorite item on the menu, and has it changed over the years?
Has not changed. My favorite has always been a beef dog with mustard, onions, and chili.
Beef dog with all the toppings.
Yes, and I also will do a chili cheeseburger. We have good burgers.
Okay, cheeseburger.
But my number one thing that I did for I don't know how many years every day was a chili beef dog.
There's a chili beef dog. Okay. Well, I'm a pescatarian, but I'm really, really excited to try out the vegan dog. So I'm going to grab one of those.
Oh,
How's that? How's the
I
vegan
haven't
dog?
tasted those
You
yet.
haven't tasted it?
I want my vegetables over here and my meat over here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to be 92.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not ready to change now. I love vegetables and salad, and we do have salad.
You do have a salad, yeah, salad
salad,
menu too.
yeah. And we have vegetarian chili, and we have turkey chili and turkey dogs and all of that.
Yes, I can't wait to try it. Well, thank you so much. I know you're super busy. I'm so appreciative of your time today. It was an honor to meet you.
My blessings have been the fact that, number one, the support of the community and the city and all my guests that's coming to me from years and years and now from all over the world.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of having 3 sons, and we sent them off to big school. The youngest one is a lawyer.
Oh, I'm a lawyer too.
You are too. They all work for Ben's.
But they all work for Ben's.
And 2 of my daughter-in-laws
Work for Ben's.
Vita and Sonia.
Yeah.
Jodica is the 3rd daughter-in-law. She's a nurse practitioner with a specialty in psychiatry. So she get my prescription and everything.
Mm-hmm. I love how you've kept the business in the family. I think I also read that with your sons, you gave them all Ben as their middle name so that they could take it over.
Ben's idea, too.
Yeah, okay, of course it would be his idea. It sounds like a man's idea.
They don't do, in his culture, they didn't do junior.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. Trinidadian, they don't do junior.
Yeah, they didn't do junior. Yeah. But it's so nice to see you.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you too. And let's take a photo as well. Is that okay? I'd love to have a photo with you. Okay. But yeah, so you'll be all over my podcast and my YouTube.
Well, I hope it works for you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I've been around, yesterday we had NBC here.
Oh, you did?
Tommy
McFly?
But he's a good friend. He's a good old friend.
Yeah, I was with Tommy McFly. I did a news segment with him, like a quiz show. I co-hosted with him. I love Tommy.
Yeah,
he's so much fun. That's so cool. He was just here.
I'm so excited to try out some of the menu items. I have a vegan chili dog with vegan chili and an order of cheese fries. So I'm ready to dig in. Wow. I'm not a really big chili person, but this vegan chili is good. This is really, really good. I love it.